there, welcome back. Part 2 of the contingency period. So we really do kind of sit and wait as a seller for that buyer to sign off those contingencies. Super critical to make sure that your agent is staying on top of this, because if that agent does not get the buyer to sign off on the contingencies and that buyer drags out an escrow, then you have no recourse for financial reimbursement if that escrow continues to drag out, and you could have had another buyer that would have closed that loan. So it's really important to make sure that your agent is staying on top of that. So the way that you do ensure that your buyer removes their contingencies is you send them a notice to perform, and your agent will do this for you. You'll sign it, they'll send it over. A notice to perform is by default gives the buyer 2 days to remove their contingencies and follow the contract. If they don't, then you have a right to cancel the agreement. That's the only way that a seller can cancel the agreement essentially in California, is by sending a notice to perform to the buyer. And if the buyer does not perform, then the seller has a right to send the buyer on their way. Now, unfortunately, if the buyer has not removed their contingencies, that would just be a loss to the seller, and you wouldn't have any recourse financially. For the buyer, there's no earnest money that you could collect if they haven't removed their contingencies. But the good news is that you wouldn't be tied up with that buyer anymore. You could find another buyer. So I hope that that's helpful. Part 2 of the contingencies. And I just wanted to make sure that this was as simple and concise as possible, with as much information that I could provide to kind of shed some light on that issue and that topic.